So today's hopefully the first of many walks this month, coast of West Wales, and it's come to a sort of like kind of an end of a chapter really. The works have now been packed and they're all off to California, to Caldwell Snyder for a show in October, and the studio feels suddenly very quiet. I'll scrape down the palette, clean everything off so that the colours and remnants of past works try not to over-influence the new. And so time is to now capture and embrace a new period, hopefully, of inspiration. Some more travels, of course, which was great, but also just time to think and time to review where the work is at. Got the book launch coming up this year as well, and that's kind of been pretty major in my life because it's been an overview of the past 40 years since leaving the Slade, my postgraduate in 1987. So it's kind of been a quite sort of like philosophical period of thinking, deep analysis of the trajectory of the work and the thinkings behind many sort of changing subject matters over the years, but yet there being a central theme in spirituality and absence and mortality. And so the next chapter begins, which is an exciting one, trying to sort of look afresh, but at the same time take forward the way that I've began to see the world and embrace certain structures and colorways or patterns, thinkings behind the ecology and the environment, as well as being in the present and being in places like this where you could just take that breath and feel connected, because it's obviously not the studio. That's a kind of forced environment where oil paint and the headiness of sort of like kind of terps and sprays and solvents takes over. Here is very different, of course. There's a kind of freshness on your face and a breath in the lungs that kind of embrace being in nature, which I want to capture in the work, of course. But at the same time acknowledge that the work is something else. It has to exist not as a replica or as a kind of an alternative. It is just something that has its own life, hopefully. So I'll try and upload a few walks, journeys, thoughts along the way, especially on the new website that's coming soon.